Who wants to have a thriving business? Me, I want it. Well, who doesn't want that, right? Well, thriving means it's flourishing, it means progressive and dynamic. And this is what I want for my coaching business. I want you to have that too. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to build a coaching business that's dynamic, impactful, life-changing, and fulfilling. This is what thriving is about. My name's Lisa Mackey and I've been in this coaching business for over 20 years. Talk about passion, huh? Well, this is why I'm so excited to help you build a thriving coaching business. And if this is what you want, stay with me up to the end of this video because I have something special for you. And if you personally want to receive weekly exclusive insider information, advice, actionable tips, and behind-the-scenes stories on starting, building, and growing your coaching business, I'd love to have you in my LMC Insider community. And I'll be delivering my message to you straight to your inbox. So just type the link that you see on the screen, or you can head later to the video description. In this video, I'm going to share with you something I've experienced for myself, and I've summed it up in 7 steps. Ready? Number 1, never forget your first love. Number 2, focus on servitude. Number 3, build relationships. Number 4, go above and beyond. Number 5, think out of the box. Number 6, learn from younger people. And number 7, be you. Let's talk about never forget your first love. That first love never dies. Well, this is how I feel about the coaching business. Before I started my coaching business in 1999, a long time ago, I was already working for a consulting company and I fell in love with the job. Well, in fact, even back in high school, I was already doing part-time work for a consulting company and I was giving out handouts during training programs and seminars, and I already fell in love with the environment. And then when I was being mentored and trained by seasoned consultants and coaches, I was so enamored by their skills and their confidence. I just fell in love with it. It was really my first love when it comes to business or when it comes to profession for that matter. My first experience of standing up in front of a huge audience was for a real estate company, and it was a sales program. So I just had a little portion of it, but I just felt so good. I felt huge. Like I just felt like I was a superstar, and I knew that was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. That's exactly how I felt that time. And I was in my early 20s then. From assisting in training, I became one of the main trainers and consultants of that company. And after that, I started my own coaching consulting business, and every day was just so exciting for me. I remember back then how people would say that I looked super motivated with my work or with my job or with my business. And I also heard like some common things they say like, "You love your job so much, huh?" And I really did. And this is what first love is about. The funny thing is, I took a sabbatical from coaching for several years and I still found my way back. That's what first love is. Nobody can hide love, right? I mean, even if you don't talk about it, it just comes out of you. And that kind of passion is very contagious. It affects other people around you. It makes them feel good about themselves. So really, in your business, this is going to naturally attract customers. And because of that passion, you'll always be coming up with new ideas, and so you'll be flourishing and thriving in your business. Is coaching your first love in terms of profession? If it's not, then find your first love and look for ways on how to connect that to your coaching business. And when you find that, never ever lose it. The next step is focus on servitude. You know when there's a salesperson who's so pushy, how does that make you feel? Does it make you feel like you want to run away from that person? Well, that's pressure selling. And where does it come from? From pressure, from the pressure to make sales. Though sales is important for business, you can't be obsessed with it. Otherwise, it will become elusive. So instead of making sales, you're driving people away, and so you're not going to make any sales. The more you try so hard to get clients, the more you lose them. If you started a coaching business because of money, because you want to make more money, then it's time to revisit the very essence of coaching. Let me quote John Whitmore, pioneer of the executive coaching industry. According to him, coaching is unlocking a person's potential to maximize their own performance. Now, this is what a coach does, and it points back to serving others. Now, it's awesome to have a 6 or 7 figure coaching business or even more, but make that your goal and you lose your sense of fulfillment. You'll be dragging your feet to work every day, not even enjoying what you're doing. That's not thriving. In fact, when you create value for others, you naturally put in motion the multiplication principle. Step 3 is build relationships. I'm not talking about being besties with your coachees. Well, if one of them ends up to be your bestie, then that's good. But I'm talking about engaging and connecting with your audience, your niche. I'm talking about thinking the way they think and feeling the way they feel. I'm talking about open communication. You know, it's so easy to isolate yourself in the online space because nobody knows you, nobody sees you. And when this happens, you actually make your business and even yourself stagnate. When you build relationships with your coachees, and even with other coaches and other entrepreneurs, you actually maintain freshness and it keeps you and your business thriving. Coaches need coaches too, you know. And so when you surround yourself with other coaches, you learn from them, you brainstorm with them, you keep your business fresh and even yourself. And so this creates a thriving coaching business. And don't limit yourself to your online connections. Get out there and connect with real people. The 4th step is to go above and beyond. I don't know about you, but for me, there's nothing more fulfilling than having a coachee who has achieved his or her goal and who was able to cross over from point A to point B because I was able to help him or her. Nothing is more fulfilling than that. And those testimonials mean the world to me. But this doesn't just happen. It's so easy to get carried away with wanting to be a huge social media influencer or maybe just being focused with the hundreds and thousands of likes that you want to get. And before long, you lose the essence of coaching and helping others like take a back seat and you're just more concerned about yourself and your fame and your success. But it's a time spent helping someone cross over. That silent prayer you said over a struggling coachee, that word of encouragement you spoke over somebody who doesn't even turn into a client, and the valuable time you've spent creating your videos, creating valuable content consistently, even when nobody's even recognizing it. Now that's going above and beyond. And the universe has its way of giving back to you what you've sown. And it's more than just the financial blessing that you reap. It's the fulfillment it will bring back to you. And this is where inner motivation comes from. And this is what thriving is about. Step 5 is to think out of the box. We get stuck in our ways. And this even gets worse as we get older. We want the old ways of doing things because it works for us. But this causes stagnation. And coaches from my generation were taught differently than the coaches of today. And had I gotten stuck in my old ways, I wouldn't have remained irrelevant. I would have killed my business. There's also one thing I'll tell you that may make others upset. You don't need a certification to have a thriving coaching business. People get stuck in these certifications. If you already have it, good for you. Use it to your advantage, add it to your credentials. If you don't have it, then don't make a big deal out of it. Don't let this become a hindrance to starting and building a thriving coaching business. What's more important than your certification is your story. What is your story? I mean, really, if I have a problem in my marriage, who will I go to? A coach who has gone through exactly the same thing I've been through, but doesn't have a certification? Or a certified coach who hasn't even been through what I've been through? Of course, I'll choose the one with a story that I can relate to. The 6th step is to learn from the younger generation. Now, this will really take you out of the box. The younger generation has so much to offer to us, seriously. Look for them on social media platforms, follow them, learn from them. That youthfulness is part of thriving. I've learned so much and continue to learn from the younger generation when it comes to social media, when it comes to email marketing, online coaching, and everything else that I didn't have back then. Step 7 is be you. One of my most favorite movies is 13 Going 30. And one of my most favorite scenes is when Jennifer Garner presented the new look for their magazine.
I know this is different. I mean, from anything we've ever done. And I know you might hate it and think I'm completely crazy. But I won't care. Even if I get fired, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, it's just that I've realized something. Who are these women? Does anyone know? I don't recognize any of them. I want to see my best friend's big sister and the girls from the soccer team. My next door neighbor. Real women who are smart and pretty and happy to be who they are. These are the women to look up to. Let's put life back into the magazine. And fun and laughter and silliness. I think all of us want to feel something that we've forgotten or turned our backs on. Because maybe we didn't realize how much we were leaving behind. We need to remember what used to be good. If we don't, we won't recognize it even if it hits us between the eyes.
It's easy to get lost in this coaching business. It's so easy to get carried away with trends and just the online space in general. And then you forget why you even started this coaching business in the first place. And with all the things that happened to us in our entire life, just like what Jennifer Gardner said, it's like we have forgotten who we are. So go back to who you really are. Go back and connect to the fun person you used to be, to the loving person that you once were, to that confident person that everybody was looking up to. Find you and go back to that, because that will make you thrive and definitely will make your coaching business thrive. So there goes my 7 steps in building a thriving coaching business. Which one resonated with you the most? Is it never forget your first love, focus on servitude, build relationships, go above and beyond, think out of the box, learn from younger people, or be you? Well, just type the number or the numbers you choose in the comments below. And if you made it to the end of this video, just type, I made it. And because you made it, I have something special for you. I have a free training program that will help you build a successful coaching business. Just type the link you see on the screen, or you can head to the video description after watching this. I hope to see you in my LMC Insider community, my training program, and of course, in the next video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell so you won't miss any video I post on Wednesdays. Thank you so much for watching.